Welcome back, fake sports fans. While our Jays won Game 1 against the Seattle Mariners, but dropped Game 2, now they're looking for the series win in Game 3, as the Jays send Jose Barrios to the bump to go up against Logan Gilbert. So let's have a look at the lineups and then get into the game. As always, we play with quick counts on for a fast-paced game.
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Today, the finale of this three-game weekend set. It's the Seattle Mariners and the Toronto Blue Jays. And this is the rubber match, Siggy.
And these games can really shape your season, Boog. You always want to come through when you have a chance to win a series. That'll boost confidence amongst the entire organization.
First pitch coming your way next. So just about set now. And on the hill in this one, Jose Barrios. What should we keep an eye on here?
He's had his ups and downs in his career as his ERA is just over 4. But this is a guy that's not afraid. He's going to take the ball. He's going to go out there and give it his best.
Okay, all set to go. Here's Donovan Solano. So now 1-2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Outside with a breaking ball. Struck him out swinging. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Now the number 2 hitter, J.P. Crawford. The shortstop takes the ball. One out, base is empty. Out to short, boots it. And he's going to make it to first, and we'll see how they score it. Man at first with one gone, Julio Rodriguez. Up next for the Mariners. Crawford at first, one gone. And that's too high. Headed towards the corner, and that is a foul ball. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. And there are 2 down. And now the switch hitting catcher, Cal Raleigh. He is at the top of the game in terms of defense at the catching spot. 2 outs. That one missed.
It's so impressive because these guys have to do so much study and preparation for their pitchers, for opposing hitters, and really their #1 job is to guide that staff through a ball game. And so when you also can turn it up offensively and be a force there, that is a win-win, every manager's dream.
So now 2 on and 2 outs. And as well, lots of pop in that bat. So you combine the slug with really good defense. And now the first baseman, Luke Raley. The 1-1. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one's back there. And forget it. And that gives them a lead. It's 3-0. Randy Arozarena up next for the Mariners.
Lots of pitches thrown in this first inning. It's kind of that nightmare scenario for starting pitching. But you know what? It's still early enough. He can settle in. He can get some length if he just cleans up his mechanics a little bit.
Just missed. And it's strike 2.
3-2.
And that one is lifted in the air. Santander settles underneath it. Hauls it in to end the inning. 3-run shot for Seattle. It's now 3-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back now in Toronto. On the hill and coming off a great start, Logan Gilbert.
Well, a very solid ERA last season, just a little over 3. And when you've got a guy like that taking the mound for you, the offense is definitely expected to score 4 runs at least, unless they're really struggling. So more times than not, when he's on the ball, you're going to win the ball game if you just do your part as an offense. So last year, great year. He wants to repeat that or even improve. And I think there is some room for improvement. He's got good stuff. It's just executing from hitter to hitter.
And that misses. 3-1.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
In the air, pretty deep out to center field. He's got it, and there's one down. Bo Bichette up to the dish.
Shortstop, Bo Bichette.
And a foul ball. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. Gets a piece and stays alive. One down, base is empty. That one hit to right. And that's out of play, a foul ball. Upstairs, and that is ball 4. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Batting forward,
Anthony Santander at the plate.
Anthony Santander.
Next pitch misses way outside. Bichette, the runner at first with 2 gone. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2.
2-2 to count.
Right through there, got him. Out number 3.
Wild child fighting before she hit the block. Body grown, full grown, and it's never out of stock. Can you match it? Never met her match it. Talking about some time, but you reaching for that.
Top of the second.
Leading
Now
off
it's
for
the
Seattle,
DH.
the designated
Austin
hitter,
Shenton.
Austin Shenton.
Up the middle, and he knocks it down. To first, but it pulls him off the bag.
He needed that one. It's been a tough
Batting
stretch at the plate
right
lately.
fielder,
That's one of those you
Dominic
classify
Manzarek.
as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that
2
case.
balls, 1
That
strike.
misses. Now 2 balls and a strike.
Boog, the runner at first, needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
2 strikes.
On the ground to first, and that goes foul. Missed with a changeup. Full count now. Nobody out. Runner at first. Got him looking for the strikeout. Fastball at the letters, frozen for strike 3.
Second baseman,
And
Jorge
stepping in for the
Polanco.
Mariners, Jorge Polanco. Polanco working through some struggles lately. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row. Here's the Mariners'
Now
leadoff
batting,
man,
third
Donovan
baseman,
Solano.
Donovan Solano.
Yeah, they say baseball is a game of failure, and that's true even for longtime major leaguers. Sometimes you'll have tough stretches just like this, but he's an experienced vet.
That ends the inning, so we take a break. And welcome back to the ballpark. And here is J.D. Martinez.
J.D. Martinez.
Nope.
Here's something to watch, Singy. He's got the best OPS on the team. He can hurt you. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Raley settles under this one. Brings it in. And there's one away.
Batting six.
And now for the
third
Jays,
baseman,
Jose Iglesias.
Iglesias.
In the air, left field. Hauls it in for the out. 2 away now. So digging in,
Batting
Dalton
seven.
Varsho.
Center fielder,
He has consistently
Dalton
been one of the
Varsho.
best in the sport against lefties, and yet the righties give him trouble. You know, you don't want to be labeled as that guy, but the numbers say what they say.
Well, he's a good player, but if he wants to be great, he's going to have to figure it out against right-handed pitchers.
That's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. Back here at Rogers
Leading off
Center,
for the
on to the
Mariners,
3rd inning.
shortstop,
And now for
J.P.
Seattle,
Crawford.
J.P. Crawford. Here's a 1-1. That one fouled off. Swung on, popped up left side. Iglesias makes the grab, one down. And up next for Seattle, Julio
Now batting,
Rodriguez.
the center fielder,
He's
Julio
got pop,
Rodriguez.
which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
This one in the air, right field. Drops into the glove, 2 away. 2 down,
Now batting,
base is empty.
catcher,
Cal
Cal
Raleigh
Raleigh.
up next for the Mariners.
That's ball 2.
Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get... threw it by him. A swing and a miss at the fastball to end the inning. And we're back as we go to the last of the 3rd. And now Christian Bethancourt. Fastball is outside. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Batting ninth, second
Here's
baseman,
Andres Jimenez.
Andres Jimenez.
And that
Ball
misses. Ball 3.
3 balls, 1 strike.
And ball
Ball
4, 2
pitches
aboard.
down.
Base knock and now a free
Now
pass.
batting,
This has the
the right
makings of a big
fielder,
inning if they can get a couple more
Lawrence
quality
Butler.
at bats.
And now the right fielder, Lawrence Butler. Pitch misses. 2-1.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
That one fouled off. 2-2.
After the loss yesterday afternoon where they really didn't ever get things going on offense, I think this is an important opportunity right here to pick up an early run.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. It's offline. The run comes in.
Well done. Drives in the run. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. Line drive, that's a base hit. Coming around third is Jimenez. He's safe, and they trail by one.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Now it's going to be Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Swings and misses, and we're filled up.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
That's a base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Here's the throw. Save! In comes the run from second. It's 3-3.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Tied up here in the early going. On the ground right side, 4, 6, 3, and they turn the double play. Here's J.D. Martinez.
Well, that's what you hope for if you're out there on the mound. First and second, nobody out. Somehow get a ground ball. They got it right there. Nice double play by the infield.
2 outs. Up the middle. Now the throw to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play. Back now in Toronto as we go to the top of the fourth. And here's the first baseman, Luke Raley. On the ground to third. Tosses to first. 1 up, 1 down. Randy Arozarena getting ready to hit. 1 down, base is empty. There's a strike.
He's gotten into a really good rhythm. Set down 7 in a row. He just wants to get the baseball and deliver it as quickly as possible. Keep the momentum going.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Austin Shenton up next for the Mariners.
Austin Shenton.
Kicks and deals. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Started to go at the 1-2. A check on it to third. And he went around. Not an easy call there, but that puts an end to the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom 4, down to third baseman, Jose Iglesias. Popped up right side, Raley. Corrals it. And there's 1 down.
Now batting,
So up next,
center
Dalton
fielder,
Varsho.
Dalton Varsho.
Ball.
All tied up. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Arozarena pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. Now the catcher up to hit, Christian Bethancourt.
Christian Bethancourt.
And there's a breaking ball that drops in there. 2 outs, base is empty. To third. Solano tosses to first. Third out.
I'm just a simple man. Oh yeah. Help me
Back here at Rogers
Leading
Center.
off for
Now it's the
Seattle,
right fielder, Dominic Canzone.
Canzone.
Check swing, and he went. And it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Santander. And he makes the catch. And there's one down. So digging
Now
in,
batting,
Jorge
second
Polanco.
baseman, Jorge Polanco.
And that one pulled foul. Got him swinging. Make it 7 strikeouts for him. Back to the top of the lineup. Here's the Mariners leadoff man, Donovan Solano.
Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him.
This one popped up. Makes the grab, tracks it down after the long run. And that is that. We head to the bottom of the
Leading
5th.
off
And now for the Jays, Andres
second
Jimenez.
baseman, Andres Jimenez.
The 1-1. Fought off foul. On the ground. Sends it to first. And the leadoff hitter retired in the
Now
5th.
batting, right
So the
fielder,
lineup flips
Lawrence
over. And now the
Butler.
right fielder, Lawrence Butler. That one catches the zone. 1-2. Chris, we were excited to watch him pitch. This is a little more along the lines of what we were expecting performance-wise.
Yeah, Boo, great pitchers like this, you may get one opportunity in one inning
Now
to get to them, to get some runs up on the board. And if you don't take it then, you may see zeros the rest of the ball game.
2 down, nobody on. And the 1-2 misses to even the count.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
Line drive. Rodriguez makes the catch, and that is that. And we're back.
Leading
Top
off for
6.
Seattle,
And stepping in for the
shortstop,
Mariners,
J.P.
J.P. Crawford. Next pitch is outside. That one just misses.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Go ahead, run on base. Here's the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. That one outside, and the count is 3-1.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boo.
And that is out of play. With the go-ahead run at first, and we're in the top half of the 6th. And a base hit right there. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on.
Eric Swanson into the game.
Well, I got to think he probably has a little extra in the tank facing his former team, and there's not a player in the league that doesn't get a little extra motivation when he plays against his old squad.
First and second, no outs. And the batter now, Cal Raleigh. And now 2 balls and a strike. Crawford, the lead runner out at second. Rodriguez at first with no outs. That one misses, and that's ball 3.
Well, knowing that this hitter's got holes in his swing, because he's got so much power, pitcher still can get a little too tight, afraid to make a mistake.
Luke Raley digs in now. And there's a ball.
Well, this is a tough situation with the bases loaded, but the healthiest mindset is just try to get outs, 1 hitter at a time.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Battling here as he fouls it away. Bases juiced, no outs. Stays alive. He goes down looking. Now the left fielder, Randy Arozarena.
It's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
That one the other way. Base hit, 1 run in already. Now the second run is in, and they lead by 2.
Well, that at bat had a lot of pressure riding on it, so really great job coming through right there. It's got to feel good. Pitch was away, and he did exactly what you're supposed to do with it. Drive it the other way. Just go with the pitch.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
2 strikes.
Runners are at the corners, 1 away. That one at 95 missed up top, and it's 2-2. Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And they're all loaded up.
You get a walk, and you get a walk. Everyone gets a walk.
Now batting, right
So
fielder,
bases
Dominic
loaded with
Canzone.
1 away. Now Dominic Canzone. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching.
Off balance feed. There's 1. What a double play that was. Inning over. Bottom of the 6th. And now for the Jays, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. So, Siggy, this is a guy that grew up in big league clubhouses, and it's something that you see throughout the game. Sons whose fathers also played the majors.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that's outside. And that's ball 2.
I can only imagine the comfort level of being in the ballpark. For those kids who are fortunate enough to have a dad that played in the big leagues, them being on the baseball field, for some it's pressure. For them, they feel that they are right at home.
Goes down looking. Here's a big power threat. Anthony Santander.
Left fielder.
The Jays down by a pair here at the bottom of the 6th. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Almost 100 pitches through 5 1/3 innings. I'm thinking he's probably done in the next couple of batters.
And a swing and a miss. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. Here is J.D. Martinez.
Designated hitter, J.D. Martinez.
Hammered down the right side, but foul. That one ripped. And it one-hops the wall. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The relay throw. But he's in there easily.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. That was one of those swings that feels like you're swinging an aluminum bat. It jumped off so hard, squared it up, and it went screaming at 108 miles per hour.
Next to hit, Jose Iglesias. On the ground to third. Solano tosses to first, and that is the inning.
I don't wear a cape or apron, so I ain't saving you a cleaning house. Do you think that's just a statement? Then you ludicrous.
Now pitching.
Welcome back. We're in the seventh. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Chad Green.
Chad Green.
And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Jorge Polanco.
Jorge Polanco.
Fouls it off, still 1-2.
Well, no base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard, because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seems to help. Never helped me.
The 2-2 on the way. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Makes the catch. One up, one down. Here's the third baseman, Donovan Solano. Base is empty, one away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. That to right. And it stays fair.
Now batting shortstop.
And now the
J.P.
shortstop,
Crawford.
J.P. Crawford. And that gets the inside corner for a strike. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. That one is upstairs.
2-2 now.
Caught him looking for the K. And now for Seattle, Julio Rodriguez. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Swing and a miss as he was out front. So how much does his speed factor into his ability to go get it?
It's heartbreaking for the hitter, because off the bat, he thinks this ball's going to get down. Because of that speed and the ability to make up so much ground, he enters.
And there's the third out. That'll do it for the inning.
Now pitching for
We're
Seattle.
back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Gabe Spire.
Gabe Spire.
And now for the Jays, Dalton Varsho.
Center fielder, Dalton
There's one guy that I can think
Varsho.
about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Got him swinging.
Now batting.
And that's for Toronto, Christian Bethancourt. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. Lunges, but can't make the catch.
Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely. And that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
One down. Andres Jimenez, the next to hit. On the ground, could be two. Slings to second, throw to first, but he beat it.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Right fielder, Lawrence Butler.
Step off throw to first. Jimenez back in on a dive. With the tying run at the plate, here at the bottom of the seventh. And it's fouled off. In the air, left field. Arozarena sizes this one up, and that's the inning.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth. Jimmy Garcia. He's been so good against lefties. And here's the catcher, Cal Raleigh. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game. And it's filled up.
Really good athlete, and many times you talk about the feet of infielders. This catcher as well, really quick feet. He's able to recognize the pitch, see the trajectory, and get into a spot where he can block those balls and keep them from going to the backstop.
And now the first baseman, Luke Raley. The 1-1.
Really impressive with the way he frames, the way that he sets it up, because sometimes those pitches are off the plate, but because he sets up and presents it so well, he steals strikes for his pitcher.
And they'll do it again. And it skips in the dirt. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And there's two down. Two outs, base is empty. Now here is Randy Arozarena. Two down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the eighth. And it is 2-1. And he gets that fastball by him upstairs.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will.
And he got him. Strike three, and that'll retire the side. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the eighth. Matt Brash. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again.
Matt Brash.
And now for the Jays, Bo Bichette.
Shortstop, Bo Bichette.
The 3-1. Laced into left. That's a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Now batting, first baseman,
Vladdy Jr. stepping to the dish now. The tying run at the plate. On the ground to the left. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still finds a way to get off a throw. And it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out. So up next for Toronto, Anthony Santander. Tying run at the plate. Check swing, no appeal.
2-1.
Swing, and that one's hammered. Deep drive, way back there. That'll fire up the dugout. It's 5-5. JD Martinez stands in.
That's ball 3.
Can't glove it cleanly. And they get it. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they clean things up for the out. Now the third baseman, Jose Iglesias.
Two balls, one strike.
That catches the outside corner. 2-2 now. Back and forth we go, a seesaw battle in the late stages of this one. Fly ball to right. Canzone settles under it, and that is that.
I tell you what, I think we all just jumped across that line. Honey, I'm
Back now in Toronto, and now the DH, Austin Shenton. Swing and a drive, deep right field. That's back there. Gone. Straight into the visitors' bullpen. He leaves the yard to right, and they take the lead. It's 6-5. New arm out of the bullpen, Zach Jackson. This is his third time out this year.
Now pitching for the Blue Jays. Number 61, Zach Jackson.
Now it's the right fielder, Dominic Canzone. There's a strike.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Outside with a breaking ball. The next offering misses. 3-2 now. Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. He'll touch them all. His second of the year, and they add a run. It's 7-5. And up next for Seattle, Jorge Polanco. Hammers that one deep left field, and forget it. He'll circle the bases. It's 8-5. Donovan Solano up next for the Mariners. That's to third. Fair ball.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline.
So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Mark Leiter Jr.
He's got a wicked breaking ball in his arsenal, and it's definitely one of his go-to pitches when he needs it out.
J.P. Crawford gets a chance to hit. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Up next for Seattle,
Now at the plate, Julio Rodriguez. That one misses, and a count 2-1. Solano stands at first with one out.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Rolled over to third. Iglesias to Jimenez.
He's out.
Throw to first. Safe.
He's good.
Cal Raleigh up next for the Mariners.
Cal Raleigh.
He is very much your typical power hitter. I'd say he falls into the 3 true outcomes category.
Well, we've seen more and more of that lately. The ability to drive the ball to slog is getting heavily favored over any discipline or strikeout concerns.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And the inning is over. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Andres Munoz.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Leading off for the
And now the center fielder, Dalton Varsho.
Dalton Varsho.
Late with the swing there.
Boom, that's cheddar, baby.
That one missing inside.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Gassed it right by him.
Now that
He's
is
2 outs away. Christian Bethancourt next up for the Blue Jays. And it's fouled away. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. One down, base is empty. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Oh, he gloves it, and that's a great play for the out.
Now batting, second baseman, Andres Jimenez.
So it's their last chance in this one. Andres Jimenez next up for the Blue Jays. The Mariners leading by 3 here in the last half of inning number 9. Slider misses outside. He swings and fouls one off. Munoz is just 1 strike away. That's outside. And a full count now. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. He's got it. Ball game. And the Mariners with the rubber match of this 3-game series.
Well, I'd say we got treated to a good one. Gotta love a game when you get 13 runs on the board. A lot of offense, but it doesn't end in a blowout. Tons of really good at-bats to look back on in this one.
Well, that was a disappointing finish. Just when we thought we were about to come back and get the comeback victory, The Jays give up back-to-back-to-back home runs. Let's check out the box score. So offensively, there's nothing really to complain about. They put up enough offense to win the game. It's just the pitching. Speaking of which, today's pitching was just kind of horrible. Especially Zach Johnson. He couldn't even get it out. Gave up 2 home runs, 3 hits. And with the loss, the Jays' record falls to 11-12, and they sit 5.5 games back out of the American League East, and are a game and a half back out of the wild card spot. So remember to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next game as Toronto heads to Houston to face the Astros in the first game of a 3-game series.